Hello students, I welcome you all in virtual classroom. Let's facilitate learning standard 12th subject English. Today we are learning lesson number 4.3 from our fourth section of genre novel, and the title of the novel is Around the World in 80 Days, written by Jules Gabriel Verne. This is part 2 where we are going to learn summary of chapters 34 to 37. In the earlier video, that is in part 1, we already have learned characters of the lesson. Actually, in this lesson, we have some major characters like Phyllis Fogg, Passepartout, then Detective Fix, Auda, and some minor characters also like Francis Cromarty or the Parsi Guide and Captain Speedy, etc. We also have studied detailed information about plot, then theme, and synopsis of the extract. Today, in this part, in this virtual lecture, we are going to learn chapter wise summary. On your screen, I have provided you a map so that you will get idea of the journey of Phileas Fogg. Now, Around the World in 80 Days is basically a novel where time is one of the important themes of the extract of the novel. Now, here in this lesson, we have four chapters, chapter number 34, 35, 36, and 37. We are going to study all these four chapters in detail by studying its summary. Now, chapter number 34, in which Phileas Fogg at last reaches London. Chapter number 34. Students, we already have studied part 1 and its important information. In continuation, today we are learning chapter wise summary of the extract. Fogg is in the prison. He is confined in the custom house lockup. Auda is shocked by Fogg's arrest, whereas Passepartout feels guilty. While Fogg sits in prison, Passepartout calmly watches the hands of a watch move ahead. The thought of trying to escape the prison does cross his mind, but there is no way out. While everything seems against him, suddenly Fix and Passepartout come inside his cell. Fix apologizes to Fogg, saying that the real robber was found 3 days ago and that Fogg is free to go. Fogg gives Fix a punch that knocks later down. Passepartout, Fogg, and Auda then go to Liverpool station. Since the express train to London had already left, Fogg hires a special train and gives the driver an incentive to reach England as fast as possible. But the train faces all kinds of challenging delays, and when Fogg reaches England, he thinks he has reached 5 minutes late. He thinks he has lost his vigor, that is, bet. Chapter number 35, in which Phileas Fogg does not have to repeat his orders to Passepartout twice. Fogg, Auda, and Passepartout returns to the Savile Row house. Fogg seems calm outwardly, though his fortune had completely dwindled. A room in the house was set apart for Auda. Auda and Passepartout are both worried about Fogg as they expect him to do something rash. Passepartout continues to feel guilty and even tells Fogg that he is so sorry. But Fogg blames no one. The day passes by wearily. In the evening, Fogg meets Auda and Fogg talks about giving some money to her in order that she may maintain her position. As the course of conversation goes, Auda asks Fogg whether he would like to have her as his life. He confesses his own love for her. Passepartout is called and asked to give due notice to Reverend Samuel Wilson so that Fogg and Auda may be married the next day, that is Monday. Next chapter, chapter number 36, in which Phileas Fogg's name is once more at a premium on change. In this chapter, the state of England is described. Once the real thief is arrested, everyone started taking interest in Fogg's Vega once again. Betting is revived. A great crowd gathers near the Reform Club on Saturday evening. In the meantime, Fogg's five fellow club members and whist partners come together at the club. They all discuss whether Fogg will be able to make it on time. They think that he won't be able to. As their tension grows, they start continuing and counting the seconds to the time of the wager. Barely a few seconds before, Fogg makes his appearance in his unusual calm way outside the club. A delirious crowd makes much noise. Chapter number 37, in which it is shown that Phileas Fogg gained nothing by his tour around the world unless it were happiness. Yes, Phileas Fogg in person. In this chapter, it is explained how Phileas Fogg happened to make it on time to the Reform Club. We are taken back to the time when Passepartout is asked to arrange for Fogg and Auda's marriage. When he goes to meet the clergyman, he realizes that the marriage can't take place the next day because it is a Sunday. It is not a Monday, as Fogg, Auda, and Passepartout think. They learn that they have made a mistake of a day and that they had reached London 24 hours before time. Passepartout runs to his master and pulls him from the house in order to send him to the club on time. Fogg manages to reach the club at the stipulated time. We are then told how the mistake of a day was made. It was to do with Fogg having gained time while traveling eastward. Fogg does not have much money left though. The £1,000 that remained he divided between Passepartout and Fix. Auda and Fogg get married. Passepartout tells Fogg happily that they might have gone round in the world in 78 days if they had not gone through India. But Fogg answers that then he would not have met Auda and she would not been his wife. Verne tells us in the end that Fogg had won something more important than money by traveling around the world. He had won a charming woman who made him the happiest of men. So, in this way, today we tried to study lesson number 4.3 around the world in 80 days. Actually, time is one of the important themes of the extract of the novel. Fogg had to complete his bet within 80 days. So, it's time binding activity. Fogg had to save his time to win the bet, but he delayed due to some unavoidable circumstances. To cover time, Fogg arranged a special train to reach London from Liverpool. In the end, it was the time that helped Fogg to win his bet as he gained 1 day while crossing the international date line. So, time is the important theme of the extract. So, finally, Fogg wins the wager as well as the loving, charming woman called Auda. So it's rightly said, justice is done in the end. Thus, today we have studied chapter wise summary of the lesson. Good luck and happy learning. Thank you.